another hot day here in Perth, but my mind is elsewhere. I keep thinking about an unfinished journey, an incomplete story. To be honest, I never thought I'll feel this way one day. What is this all about, you might be wondering? Well, it's just a little story from my life. But first, let's go back to 2022. That year, I moved from Yangon to Bangkok, just like many other Burmese people at the time. I didn't know what to do with my life, so as a lawful visitor to the Kingdom of Thailand, I started to buy and consume things that I could legally buy and consume in Thailand. Obviously, I'm talking about getting my first gaming laptop. It was one of those times where you just need to upgrade to a new device because the one you've had for years has gone very slow. And besides, I needed a device that could handle the software that I wanted to learn, like video editing and 3D modeling software. And guess which video game came out in 2022? Elden Ring. It was the hype everywhere. And at that point, I knew nothing about the game studio that made the game, From Software, or the Souls game genre to which Elden Ring belongs to. I just saw the hype that was surrounding the game and I thought I was gonna enjoy this game. So I bought it, installed it, and launched it. And what I experienced was totally unexpected. If you know anything about video games, you would know that Souls games are particularly hard and you have to get used to a certain mechanism of playing the game in order to be able to enjoy it. And because the in-game enemies were much overpowered than the player character, it reminded me of David versus Goliath situations in real life, such as when you're fighting against a physically superior military or an authoritarian regime, a fascist dictatorship. I eventually uninstalled the game. Fast forward to 2025. I'm living in Perth now. I just finished a postgraduate degree in film, but I still didn't have a proper job yet, so I took the only job that I could find. I started working as a trolley collector at a supermarket. It's a physically tiring job, and the workplace itself wasn't very nice. I started looking for something to escape to, and one game came into my mind over and over again. The one game that I once considered to be one of my worst purchases ever. Elden Ring. I started the game from scratch again, but this time I started reading online guides. Somehow I kept leveling up and up. I defeated some bosses after a few tries, and some bosses I defeated in one go. I was surprised by myself, partly because I was now defeating the bosses, and partly because I was now even starting to enjoy the challenge in the game. I'm still halfway to the game, and there are some bosses that I haven't been able to defeat at all. Somehow, I know for sure that I'll be able to finish the main storyline at one point. Playing a video game is just like watching a movie or reading a novel. You do start to feel relatable to the game character, and I'm glad to have been a part of the Turner's journey. The most important thing that I've learned from this experience is that it's possible to not like something just simply because it's not the right time yet. And when the time is right, if you give something a second chance, you might just find it absolutely enjoyable. Also, when you're stuck, do some research. Maybe you'll find some good tips. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some enemies to defeat in the lands between.